Okay, welcome to this live class. My name is Alain from SET English, and today we're going to talk about a little bit of OET grammar, OET writing, and I'm going to zoom us in slightly. And today I want to talk about this. What is the difference? We're going to do a lot of these today, but the first one is, what is the difference? What is the difference between due to and due for? Okay, and this is something that happened in my class recently. As I said, my name is Alan. I'm a teacher at SET English, and we do 4 hours of live interactive classes every day on Zoom. So I was discussing this today with my class. What is the difference between due to and due for? What do you guys think? If you're watching on Facebook, it would be great to get a little bit of interaction and to see what you guys are thinking about this. I can see that we already have some people watching. So Shani, I want to say hello to you, Shani. If you're watching, guys, please hit the like button, say hello, share this with your friends so we can get as many people watching as possible, please. This is, try and copy paste this. This is Shani. Nice to see you, sir. I hope you are well. Shani, it's always a pleasure to have you on the live stream. So he's saying hello, that's me, I'm Alan, and I'm saying hello to Shani. This is a live class, guys, so please feel free to interact, say whatever you want, ask me questions, okay? Now, Shani, I think you have an answer, don't you? You've already given me an answer, which is fantastic. Also, we have Annette here. Hello, Annette, nice to see you. Now, let's look at Shani's answer. Shani, you're saying, this is very nice here, guys. Shani is saying, for is used for planned case. Okay, so Shani, I'm presuming you mean here, therefore. So can you give me an example, Shani? For is used for planned case. What do we mean by planned case? Annette, what does he mean by planned case here? This is an interesting question. I like your answer, Shani. Maybe you can answer in the chat. Again, guys, let me just remind you, we're live on Facebook, so if you want to ask a question, or if you want to answer any of my questions, feel free to do that, okay? So the question is, what is planned case? Annette, do you know what that means? And guys, let's try and get a few more people watching as well, okay? So please hit the like button, share with friends, make sure that this video goes out on different feeds, please. It would be great if we could get a few more people. Okay, so what are we thinking? What are you guys thinking? What is the difference between these things? Thank you, Shani. So he's saying that I'm a great teacher, and he's also saying I'm writing regarding Mr. Plunner who underwent surgery for. So this is a student of ours. He knows exactly what he's talking about, guys. Look at this. This is a great answer. This is his example. So let me show you guys. For. So I think what you mean here, Shani, what you're saying, I think, is this. He's saying for, or due for as well. For is for the equals future planned events. Does that make sense, guys? So for is for future planned events. There's many things we can use it for. There's different ones. But he is saying that, for example, Shani, you're saying in the introduction paragraph of OET writing, we can use for planned events. And I think that's right. That is correct. Okay, so let me just show you this, guys. 1 second. Losing my track here. So this is what he says, right? Now, Shani, this is introduction paragraph, right? OET introduction paragraph. Let me just put this here. OET introduction. I agree. But, Shani, I'm asking due for, right? So your example is just due, but I want due. Your example is without due, sorry, but I want due. Okay, I like that answer, but I think we've got some answers from Annette as well. So Annette, thank you for responding to me here. Really great. So Annette is saying, and guys, if you're watching this video, please just comment, send a message. I'll respond to you, okay? Annette is saying something you have set up your mind on it. Ooh, Annette, I like this. I hope everyone can see this here. Let me go down. This is really nice. This is really, oops, let me just zoom up. So something you have set up your mind on it. So for example, can you give me an example sentence, Annette? You might say, Mrs. Green is due for, this would be an OET example, right? Annette, you're talking to a patient and you might say, Mrs. Green is due for what? And Shani as well, what is it due for? Can you tell us? What is it due for? I'll wait for you guys, I'll wait. Finish that sentence, guys. What is it due for? All right, we've got some answers. Fantastic. For example, we have an answer here from, I can't see it now. Plan procedure says, Reka, plan procedure. So she's answering the question. I'll do that later. I just want you guys to finish this sentence. Mrs. Green is due for. Guys, you might say something like this. We could say, Mrs. Green is due for, let me make this bigger. A checkup. Right? Or Mrs. Green is due for, a haircut. So due for is like that. Due for. It's talking to patients. It's talking to patients about future plans. So Shani, it's basically the same, isn't it? It's the same idea. Due for. But it's not just the, Shani, this is not only the introduction. You could use this in the requests paragraph, the final paragraph as well. Final para. This could work. Okay. Now we've got a great answer here from, I really love this from, is it Rika? Rika. Love this. So Rika says, she's answering the full question here. So I love this, Rika. Thank you for just directly answering the question. Let me put this here, guys, so you can all see what she's saying here. This is a really good answer from her. Love this, Rika. Due to unplanned procedure for planned. Okay. Again, though, Rika, I want to say this. Procedure? Procedure? Are you sure? Unplanned procedure? How can it, is that possible? Is that possible? Think about it, Rika. I went to the hospital and I accidentally had surgery. Does that make sense? I was just walking in the hospital and someone removed my bladder. Of course that's not going to happen. It's not procedure, is it? It's not unplanned procedure. It's just unplanned things. Okay. So, but again, this is in my, Rika, this is in my, in your introduction. Okay. But I'm not talking about introductions today. I'm talking about anywhere in the letter. Not just introduction. Okay. Due for is like this. Due to, it's not planned, unplanned. It's more like this. Mrs. Green is angry due to the waiting times. What is due to? What is due for? Don't tell me planned, unplanned. That's the introduction paragraph. That's what I normally teach, guys, right? But tell me general meaning. What is the meaning in general? Okay? That's what I'm looking for today. What is the meaning in general for this? And again, I'm going to be responding to your comments. You guys tell me what you think. What is the meaning in general of due to? So Shani says, should I mention the date at the top of... That's a different question, Shani. I'll answer that at the end. I want you guys to tell me what is the meaning of due for a haircut. What is the meaning of, oops, due to the waiting time? What is the difference in these meanings in these sentences? What do you guys think? Well, we've had some answers come in. Let me put this here. So guys, due to is the result, right? It's because of that. Okay? Because of that thing. Let me make this a bit bigger for you guys. That's the meaning of due. That's the meaning of due to, not due for. 1 second, let me just zoom, change here. This one is here, right? And the meaning of due for, that is, you have an appointment. Okay, that's what it means. Appointment is scheduled. Or sometimes it can mean you should do it in future. Okay, so it's not always you. Maybe you don't have an appointment. Okay, maybe you don't have an appointment, but you should. You should. Does that make sense? I hope it does, guys, because of that. Okay. So, that's just a quick piece of grammar for you guys. Write it down if you weren't sure. Just a quick piece of grammar for you. But I would love this class also to be question and answer. So if you have any questions for me today, ask me some questions in the chat. My name is Alan, I'm a teacher at SET English, and we do 4 hours of live interactive Zoom classes every day, Monday to Friday. We also give you mock tests, 3-hour mock tests. We give you letter grading. You can send 8 letters to us, we'll grade them for you, send them back. Materials, books, worksheets, everything, okay? Now I've been teaching OET for 5 or 6 years. I am an official teacher. I'm trained by the exam. Okay, so ask me a question, anything you want. I will answer, I promise. Questions. And I think, Shani, you already gave me one. So I'll start off with Shani's question. So thank you for your question, Shani. Guys, Shani asks this. In fact, I'm going to copy paste it. Okay, let me copy paste. Shani, he says, oops, Alan, should I mention, sorry, this is my previous class, should I mention a date on the top of the reader's information or mention it in the middle? Which one is the most effective? Wow, what a great question. What a great question, Shani. So, Shani, we're talking here about the layout of the letter. We call this layout. Okay, guys? So he's saying, where do I put my date in the layout part? And the answer is quite simple, but I need to give you, I'm going to give you a picture now just to show you. Okay, Shani? So first, we need a picture of a letter. So I'm going to copy paste that now. And I'll show you guys here. 1 second. Okay. So, Shani, you're asking me about the date of the letter, okay, the date. And I am going to copy paste now an example. This is from one of my students. One of my students sent me this. It's very nice handwriting. I hope you guys can all see this. It's coming now. Should be coming. Here we go. So Shani, you're asking me about this, correct? Where should the date be? Should it be above the address or below the address? That's the question. Often students ask me this question. It's a very common question, okay? So in this example, you can see it is above, okay? But look, OET say that you can put the address, the date above the address or below the address. Okay, I hope that makes sense, Shani. So here it can be above, but it can also be below. I hope that makes sense. Below the address. Okay, great question from Shani. Any more questions from you guys before I get going? Ask me anything you want, and I'll tell you about anything you want. Tips and tricks in OET listening part A, says Annette. Annette, can you be more specific? Shall I just choose a random one for you? I can do that, I suppose. Tips and tricks in part A listening. Guys, this is from Annette. Tips and tricks in OET listening, she says. Okay, Annette, I'm going to give you an overview of 3. But Annette, you need to join the school if you want to practice this. If you cannot just learn this on Facebook, okay? This is what I teach in my classes every day, all right? 3 techniques, OET listening, part A, 3 techniques. Technique number 1, I call this predicting the gaps, and you're looking for categories, okay? I don't think it's a good idea to be thinking noun, verb, adjective, okay? Native speakers do not listen for verbs and nouns and adjectives. That's not how I listen. What I hear are categories, okay? So, for example, you're looking to predict things like this. Is it a medication I want? Is it a test I want? Is it a symptom? Is it a condition? And you can practice this in the school. It's really easy, Annette. We will teach you how to predict categories. Okay? So not the gaps, let's just say predict categories. That's technique 1. Technique 2, signposts. Okay? Some words tell you where you are. But there are rules. There are rules. Okay? Join SET. You can find out the rules of signposting in listening part A. Okay? Not every word is a good signpost. A signpost is a word that tells me where I am. Okay? Not everyone is a good signpost. Okay, so last one. Selector words. Some words are given in the test to allow you to choose between 2 options. Okay? Let me give you an example of this. I can give you an example. Example. Okay, prescribed blank. Okay? Let's say this is the case notes now. Okay? So headache and then prescribed. Okay? This is the example. Guys, listen to me and tell me what is the missing word here, okay? You guys, listening test. You listen to me, tell me the missing word. 3, 2, 1. Okay, doctor, thanks for seeing me. I've got this really terrible pain in my head, headache. And my previous doctor, he's a really nice guy, and he's prescribed me ibuprofen, and also he gave me some antibiotics. I'm not sure why, but he gave me some antibiotics, and as well as that, he gave me some paracetamol. Okay, what's the answer? Is it paracetamol? Is it ibuprofen? Is it antibiotics for a headache? What's the answer? We don't know, right? And this happens in OET. You hear more than one answer. Oh, is it that one or that one? And this is where I talk about selector words, okay? There's normally going to be a word here that tells me, that helps me, right? So it might say, not taken, right? Does this make sense, Annette? I hope this makes sense, Annette, right? So imagine you see this in your exam. Not taken. Why? Why not taken? Why is that important? Yes, very important. Okay. It is going to allow me to select the correct answer. Okay. This will help me choose. Okay. So let's do it again. One more time. Ready? One more time. Listening test. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, doctor. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I've got a really bad pain in my head. It's so bad, such a terrible headache. And you know, my previous doctor, he prescribed me ibuprofen, and for some reason he gave me antibiotics, but I didn't take those. And he also gave me paracetamol. Okay, what's the answer? What's the answer now? There was 3 medications, but we all know there's only one answer. What is the answer? You can type it in Facebook. It would be great to get your answers. Hopefully this is an easy test. You can see it. You can see just to see my point. The answer is, what was the medication? The answer is what? You tell me, guys. Yes, of course, right? Thank you. It was the antibiotics, Shani. Why? Shani, why was it the antibiotics? Why was it the antibiotics? I think we should all know this, right? It's not that hard. Why was it the antibiotics and not paracetamol, not ibuprofen? Why? Correct, Shani, correct. Of course, the answer is because I said I did not take it, right? I said that I did not take that one. That is what I mean by selector words. That's what I mean, okay? So guys, I'm going to finish there. Thank you very, very much for watching the class. Hope it was useful today. I just want to finish by telling you about SET English. Who are SET English? Do you guys know? Who are SET English? SET English is me, and we have another teacher called Paul, another teacher called Lawrence. We are specialist OET teachers. We are accredited by the exam, so we have had OET training. We have connections with the exam board, and we teach official, good quality classes. We give you every day, you're going to get 4 hours of live classes in Zoom. Okay, it's flexible. Don't worry. All classes recorded. You don't need to come to every single class. You can watch the videos. We give you a full mock test with a teacher. 3 hours. We give you 8 OET letters graded. Oops. And loads of other things. We also give you materials like mock tests. I think there are five mock test materials, worksheets, and more. Books, PDF books. Okay, so if you're interested in SET English, check us out. It's www.setenglish.com. And of course, I will say this, but we are a really great school. Got great reviews. Check out the Google reviews, 5-star reviews in Google. And if anyone wants to find out more, like prices and that kind of thing, then probably the best thing, I think, Annette, you're asking me for prices, so send me a message, Annette. I organise the school, so I can give you the schedule and I can tell you everything. So Annette, my email is here. So just write that down. Okay? You can send me an email and I'll tell you more. Or, Annette, if you go to the website, go to contact us and just, my name is Alan. Send message to Alan. They will send to me. Okay? All right, guys, I really appreciate your time. Shani, you're amazing. I really appreciate your answers. Annette, thank you for asking me questions and responding. Thank you for, who was the other person? I think it was, it was a good answer she gave me. Was it Rika? Thank you, Rika. Really appreciate it. Okay, last chance. Does anyone want to ask me anything? Quick questions. I'll do one more question. Anyone want to ask me one more question? Anything you like about OET, about the exam, about exam day, exam dates, pencils, pens. I think I can probably answer almost any question at this stage. Almost any question is fine. What do we think? Any questions? I'll just wait for a second because we always have a slight delay. Checking my phone, see if I've got any questions there as well. All right, well, thank you very much. Have a lovely day, everyone, and take care. Goodbye, everyone. I appreciate your time very much. Goodbye.